Hope you're having a good one so far. Happy Thursday going on Friday. It's my weekend! I am theoretically taking tomorrow off. I say that because every time I try to take time off, work has other plans for me. But so far, it seems to be holding. Sukabeth, hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate it. Enjoy all the emotes and all the silly stuff. Especially tac tac. Can't attack. You can now subtly tell people what you really think of them. Or just pretend you're typing on your keyboard. Thank you. I hope you're doing well. Chicken, hope you're doing well. We're gonna today's square, right? We're doing a granny square a day. Today's square is called vertical stripes, which, right, it's easy to do horizontal stripes with crochet because you crochet this way. So it's easy to get horizontal stripes. It's less easy to get vertical stripes, but really it's not that hard. It's all relative. And yet again, a atrocious color combination. Doing great, already enjoying them. Excellent. Only the finest of emotes. It's gotten cold here again, and it's supposed to be cold this weekend, which means I'm not going to be heading outside at all. And I think by the time I really have to go back into work, it's supposed to be kind of like in the 50s, which is pretty crazy. So I will take it. All right. We're going to get through this square as quickly as possible because we've made good progress on our polo. And I would rather be doing... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, interesting. We're going... Oh, no. Wait. Oh, right. Okay. So there we go. Yeah, so we do chain 1. I was going to say, that's weird. There's rain on Sunday? Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. It's supposed to start in the evening, though, right? Or at least it is here. I'm fine with that. I have to be out Sunday, like I usually get home on Sundays around 1, or at least I've got music on Sunday, so I have to be there for a longer day. Ooh, yeah, they've got the rain starting like around 1 or 2, so I'll be getting home just in time maybe. Yeah, look at this crazy. So it's gonna get cold again. And then it can get warm, and then it can get cold, and then it can... 60? Wow. I'll take it. And then we kind of cool off again. Maybe a lot of that ice will melt. Maybe a lot of that ice will melt, but we have such huge piles of ice everywhere. There's no way that stuff is going away fast. Ugh. Two for you two. Okay, well hopefully that holds. Not that, I mean, rain's not a bad deal. I can handle rain. Mostly handle rain. I'm really enjoying this portable heater, though. I really should have thought of that sooner. Of course, it means I'm keeping the rest of my home ridiculously cold. My thermostat is currently set for 56. Oh, well. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. But my feet are warm. Exactly. And actually, like the space that I'm in is warm. So I should have realized this whole concept of like just heating the room I'm in rather than like the entire residence. That's right. You know, warm toes makes all the difference. I forget what my last electric bill was, but it was like, I need to cool things off a little bit. Maybe it was like, it was close to $200. I'm like, you know, that's not... That's not, sustainable. Okay. Where are my scissors? I put them away. Okay. So if you missed it yesterday, we made great progress on our shirt. Actually, we didn't really get too far. But the really big news was combining all the pieces together and getting that cinched in. So we are officially done with the collar. So now we're going to just be knitting more on the front piece. Then after a few rows or so, we eventually join it up with the back and then we start knitting on the round. So we're in a good spot, I think. I think we're past the hardest parts, but we'll see. Who knows? I'm sure there'll be still something pretty crazy. Hey, Goshi! Ooh. Oh, there we go. Alright. Hope it's going well. Happy almost weekend. Okay. You're not hating today's square? How about now? How about these colors? What the heck? Exactly, right? It's sad. I mean, this square is not too bad, but the color choice is. So, you know, whatevs. As I always say, I just work here. Fortunately, we have better color choices. Hold on. Let's get that more correct. Reminds you of a Sex Pistols color cover album? Oh, pretty funny. Oops. Okay, I didn't do that in the right space. Alright, we'll get there. I'm already doing better just by my choices of color. It's a low bar. This whole thing has been an interesting exercise in color choices on the model pattern. Definitely questionable color choices. Right. Okay. So we're only going to go in 2 here. No, we're going to do 3. But the third one is going to be a half double crochet. Okay. All right, there we go. That only looks slightly stupid. Ugh, this pattern. All right. One of those days where you had an anxiety attack, you're still trying to calm down. Oh no. I hope it wasn't. Well, it sounds pretty bad if you're still trying to calm down from it. Well, don't feel the need to rehash, but if it would help you unanxiety, feel free to unload. Okay. We're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do 2. One, 2, 3. One. Computers thing. The vendor ordered the computers? Even though you didn't give them, like, any money? That wasn't wise on their part. You were responsible for the purchase. Why did they order the computers? Because the prices were going up? Well, that's their problem. I mean, look, like when I was redoing my bathroom, I had this contractor come in and to talk about what we were going to do. And we talked about some tile and things like this. And then he finally, after I pressed him, said like, hey, are you going to give me like a quote? And this is the guy that I got the really crappy quote from, where he just sent it to me in a text, and I said, no. I said, no way. That's way too expensive. We got to figure out a way to make this cheaper. And it just broke. But he had bought some tile, and I'm like, hey, well, I can help you. I'll reimburse you for part of it. But like, you never gave me a document to sign. I'm not legally required to like do anything here. I'm sorry for you. Anyway, RAM prices went up 15%. Now again, Tough. If you didn't sign anything, I mean, unless if you told them to go ahead and buy stuff, then okay, then yeah, that's your problem. But if you were just talking with them about like an order and hadn't actually signed anything, that's their problem. Daiwak, how are you doing? All right. Sorry, I'm gonna be like re-increasing the anxiety. It's the vendor where you always buy stuff from. So what? And okay, let me play the other side of this coin. Even if they bought the computers and you didn't pay for them, I mean, what you just described, right? Prices are going to keep going up, so they'll just sell it to someone else and make a bigger profit because they'll be worth more. I don't know. You already have the UPS delivered? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, right, that's... Whatever. UPS, that's... You can use that anytime. Well, so how did things end up? I mean, because last you said was... you couldn't get anyone to agree, or you couldn't get the paperwork approved by the university because you needed quotes, and you couldn't get everyone to quote the same thing. Good, you decided to reinvent the shirt you started. Oh, okay. It was supposed to be a tank top, now it will be a short sleeve sweater. Oh, nice, okay. What inspired the reinvention? Your mind was not being rational. They were really nice, found you another quote that you were missing, and they didn't approve it. Okay. Okay. I'm doing the yellow here, which is, this is a half double crochet. You know, I mean, you just look at this. You can, the way they designed this pattern and everything, you can see how crappy it is. There was no attempt to like make these look actually pretty. Ugh. They asked another vendor to provide you a quote for exactly the same computer. Yeah, right, because your university people weren't budging. Yeah, this I guess it's partly because it's rushed, but also because they just didn't design this in a way that is good to make it look pretty. I mean, there are better ways to cover stuff up like this, but mind the bollocks. Oh, the Sex Pistols cover? That's funny. Hey, Starbug! Oops. Welcome on in, everyone. Thank you so much for the raid. How was Control? How is Control going today? Hello, hello. Starbug, thank you again so much. Crafty Cat, hope you're doing well. Welcome on in. We're working on our Granny Square a day and doing our usual trashing of the color choices and quality of work. So, first of all, look at this color combination. Ugh. Second of all, just it's very untidy. They're very untidy. Like if you ignore that, it'll be like, okay, I guess that's okay. But yeesh. Anyway, you're tired of reading? Oh no, I was hanging out when I could. When I was at work. Actually, no, I was back here at this point, but you were reading like diary entries and other things like that, which is like, ugh. And vending machines were trying to kill you. That was pretty funny. I forgot to do the plug. Hey, if you're not already following Starbucks 60, the heart icon is gone. Click on Starbucks name, click follow, check out the next stream. Usually doing miniature painting, but today playing Control. Playing Control and apparently having to read lots of diary entries. Well, if it makes you feel better, Starbag, someone had to write all those diary entries. Okay, hold on a second. Yellow. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're sort of like halfway there. Ugh. Okay, we're almost done with this dark gray yarn. Although I've got a whole other skein of it, so we're getting there. Hey Frank, how are you doing? Perfection is the enemy of good. That's true, right? But you know, sometimes good is pretty damn ugly. So I give this one like a 3 out of 10. Frickin' same frickin' lake. Freaking same lake, yeah. Well, welcome on in, everyone. We're going to be working on this Granny Square for the next 20 minutes, and then we're going to switch over to the Polo. The Polo shirt that you see over there on the left. We finished up the collar yesterday, and so that's exciting. That collar took a lot of work. So I'm excited. We'll be working on the front part of the shirt. Doing some increases eventually, and then joining with the back and finishing off the main body. That's kind of the current thing. And then we go back and we do the sleeves, I think. And then we're done. So. All your new Tamagotchi came in? What'd you get? What'd you get? That's exciting. That's dark gray. Well, I mean purple, but this dark gray. This yarn is almost gone. Oh, yeah, no, this is a dark gray. Oh, I see. Yeah, you know, it does have a bluish quality, but it's supposed to be more like a dark gray. At least I think. But sometimes grays have a bluish quality, and that one definitely does. It's a My Melody and Kuromi. Your Tama can get the ears of My Melody or Kuromi, depending on how you wait, get the ears? The ears of My Melody. Those are My Melody. That's, those are those, Sanrio characters? Oh, well, that's cute. It's not, yeah. Oh, yeah. There was a blue. There was a blue. It was called denim. In the, I don't think this is the denim color. This is going to end up being denim. Okay, yeah, no, so this is the denim color. So I guess it is supposed to have like a bluish quality to it. I was thinking about, right, there were technically like 6 colors, and I was tending to think of them as light and dark of the same type. So this is the like light gray, I guess it could be light denim, and then the dark gray, we had a dark purple, a light purple, and we had kind of like a light beige and a beige. Wasn't really dark beige. But anyway. So there you go, it is denim. Oh wait, no, we're doing purple now. What, My Melody, I can't remember which creature that is. Looks like a bunny, okay. Okay, so you would really be able to tell the ears. And a pink hat, okay. I think, like Animal Crossing did a Sanrio crossover. You couldn't get Hello Kitty, of course, but you could get like the other characters. And you could get like a Hello Kitty chair. Oh, and one of her ears is always bent down, okay. You just play it on 3DS. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so they are Sanrio characters. I thought, okay. So that's them. Oh, they're very cute. You have all the penguins from Sanrio. People give them to you. That's awesome. You prefer there's an evil penguin, an evil penguin. They are adorable. Does the evil penguin try to take over the world? Hey, Nuts and Stitches! Hope you're doing well. We made good progress on our polo. And we're almost done with this. He's called Badzu... Oh, Badzumaru. Izumi's evil. That's cute. Badzu. Want a race? First one to finish their shirt. Is yours crochet or knitting? If it's crochet, then no way. I mean, we've still probably got another month on this shirt. Buds? Buds? That's unusual. I mean, that's not normally how you would say anything in Japanese, so... Huh, that's weird. It is crochet. Yeah, no, you'll finish before me. Batsmaru. Oh, okay. It's because it is bad in Japanese. Oh no, it's different. It's bad bat. Or bad Bart or something. So it's literally bad Batsu, which Batsu is this, right? Maru is correct and Batsu is incorrect. So he's kind of bad Batsu Maru. And that's why there's all the zeros and X's around him. Yeah. Yeah, see, he's part of the XO clan. That's the Batsumaru clan. Yeah, his name is like wrong, right. Very cute. Oops. Sorry, this is this little guy. We learned something today. And it was Japanese. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. 1, 2. Ugh. This just keeps going and going. All right, we got, I think, 3 more rows to go. So let's try to put me out of my suffering here. Oh, all right. All right, we're gonna single crochet. One, two. All right. Wow, soot. Soot everywhere. Oof. Fortunately, it cleans up easy. All right. Okay. We're so close. Come on. There's like 3 versions of this song on this OST, and you have to imagine that I would hope that by the 3rd time the composer was like, maybe making that chordal progression so prominent and annoying wasn't a good idea, but it was too late because they had already made 2 songs with it, and they're like, well, guess we'll just suffer, and we'll make everyone suffer having to listen to this. It's like that one song in Octopath Traveler that I make up the lyrics to. About, like, I hope you really like this pitch right here. This one's about, like, this chord progression. I really hope you like this chord progression. I really hope you like this chord progression. Chord. Oh, it changed there. But it's back. Chord progression. It's this chord progression. 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 Is it funnier when I actually say it? This chord progression. This chord progression. Oh! It's like being freed from a... It's another beatboxing, that's right. Don't smoke. Oh, wait. We're not back yet. Don't do drugs, kids. Hey now, don't do drugs. And eat your vegetables. Okay. There we go. We're done. Now see, again, the way this is set up, it's just whatever. Because you're changing color on one side, you get one side that ends up purple, one side that ends up gray. But when you put a border on, you're theoretically covering it up. But the way you put the border on is not, it's not set up to cover things well, which is why it ends up looking like crap this way. So if I put a purple border on, we're going to end up seeing all this gray on the side because that's just the way this is going to work. But there you go. There's our vertical stripes. Again, vertical striping is not normal. It's not natural in the way this is done because you go across with the crochet. So it's easy to get horizontal stripes. So getting vertical stripes takes a little bit of more shenanigans, and but you can do it. Okay, there we go. And we have that much denim gray, blue gray denim dark left. But we do also have another half skein. So, there we go. This is my version of a Sanrio character. One day, we will develop Kyuu here into ultra cute stuff and begin to squeeze and hug everyone to death. Okay, so again, the collar is done. So the collar took a lot of work. We had to do this neckband, we had to do the collar itself, we had to do the Kitchener stitch and all that stuff. And then we put on these two bits, linking the fronts together. And then yesterday we joined the bottom of these two parts together. So we officially have joined together our shirt in the front. The back is still separate. The back piece is still separate here. But what's going to happen now is, now that we've gotten the front combined, we're going to do we're going to do like 4 rows here. We're going to start doing some increases and basically get it to about the same length as the back. And then we're going to join it in the round, and then we knit until it's the length that we want. Or at least the length minus an eventual hem that we'll put on. Looking really nice, thank you. I was very happy that this turned out. When I was reading the directions yesterday, I was like not getting it, and then it finally kind of clicked, and it seems to have generally worked out. So, with that, let's go. Oops. All right. Ugh. Okay, let me switch this. Okay, so we got like a little over 2 hours to knit here. All right, let's see. Burr. Okay. Rows of 600 stitches. Ooh, that's a lot of stitches. Is that single crochet, double crochet, something else? All right, I need to consult the Hey, Coco Cat, how are you doing? Where are we here? Okay, yeah, so we're going to repeat those twice. You're doing okay, or doing good. All right. I'm doing pretty well, thank you. We're finally getting back to kind of normal knitting here. If I can call it that, I don't know. Ooh. Wait a minute. That does not look right. Yeah, I didn't do something right there. Can we figure out what I didn't do right? It's a mixture of double chains and single crochets. Okay. Oh, shoot. Wait a minute. What's going on? Oh. Wait, no, what is going on here? Oh, okay. Got it, I think. I should have paid more attention to what was going on there. That's a starting chain. Okay, there we go. All right, let's try that again. It's going to be close enough. There's something still not quite right there, but it doesn't need to be perfect, I don't think. I think I maybe lost a stitch. You're working on anything, Coco Cat? I think we're now like on 85 stitches here. So we're basically doing just 3 knits and a purl all the way across. A skinny stocking knit Stitch scarf. Nice. How's it coming along? Good. What kind of yarn? Sorry, I'm going to ask a bunch of questions, and I've probably asked before. Acrylic yarn, okay. Very nice. Is it a color changing yarn, or are you using one color, mix of colors?
Hello there.
Whoa. Oh man, I really need to update that. Maybe this weekend. As long as I don't start playing games. That'll just chew up all my time. There we go. A nice brown that you can wear with more options. Oh, very nice. Good idea. Oh, we got an ad break starting here soon. Alright, this will be my first pass underneath the joined collar here, so we'll see how this goes. It should be right in sequence. Like the way this pattern was designed, we should just be able to keep knitting our sequence and it should all mesh up. And we'll see how I did. If it doesn't, I'll have to like either surreptitiously add or remove a stitch or two. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, like there, I like lost a stitch. Actually, no, we'll see here. Hold on, let's take a look at the pattern. Okay. So I would normally, oh, actually, no. Let's see. 1, 2, 3 purl. 1, 2, 3 purl. Wait. 1, 2, 3 purl. 1, 2, 3 purl. No, we can go right across. Okay, so it does work. You just got an email. They're closing the university tomorrow because of the weather. Wow. Holy cow. That's crazy. Have you had any more of the weirs fail? What was that percussion instrument? It sounded like a psyduck or something. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, it is worrisome. When they do that, do you have to still hold classes virtually, or how's that going to work? Yeah, okay. Do you just do that? You do one class a day, or do you have multiple sessions? You can do the classes remotely, okay. Chopper in the school in the back of a pterodactyl. Get to the chopper. I guess get to the dactyl. Only one class. You're not that cool. You don't have your own dactyl? Sad. All right, there we go. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. So there we go. We've got now our first real row after joining the two together. We'll go back now. This is way easier. The backside is way easier than our sweater because it's just purling all the way across. Just gonna purl. Again, we're in the Crimson Mire lands. This does not sound like music for a swamp. It's a very jazzy swamp. With smooth saxophone. This is Thursday, right? Huh. Weird. All day long, as they say. Oh, tomorrow's Friday the 13th. Well, that's gonna happen next month too, right? To Friday the 13th. Friday. Hey, have a good one, Goshi, and yeah, good luck. Good luck, computers. Good luck, Storm. Good luck, ice cream. Dee, 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 dee. Be like misery. Friday the 13th was only lucky day she has. Oops. Most people are too old or not Canadian enough to know character misery? Probably. What is that from? Ruby Gloom. Okay. Whoa. Corn. How are you doing? How's Capricorn coming along? Misery's a banshee that attracts all the bad luck. All her answers were victims, great disasters on Earth. Oh boy, okay. Kind of like Edith Finch. Sleepy? Tell me about it. But okay, alright. Well, let's not help you out with the sleepiness. GG's. Oh, that was just me. Okay, there we go. All right, so we did that. We're going to do repeat one. So we're going to go back and forth one more time, and then we start some increases. We're going to do like 8 increases. This should be 95. No. Oh, that's stitches. Sorry. 79? 83. Hey, Gambit Mojo. The Tootsie song? Tootsie song. It's on the tip of my brain cells. Tootsie roll it up, I think I'm in love with you. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie roll to me. Tootsie roll, I think I'm in love with you. Am I what? Steven, who the fuck is Stephen Bishop? I much prefer the Tootsie Roll song. I mean, come on. Whatever it is, I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Okay, 16. Yeah, exactly. You live for the jingle. Oh, the Dustin Hoffman movie. Okay. I didn't realize there was a song for that movie. I mean, of course there is, but it might be you. I don't know. A lot of the music in the soundtrack for Arceus has like a smooth jazz feel that could be probably mistaken for a lot of easy listening, shall we say. I was going to say, it definitely didn't sound like the Tootsie Roll jingle. Much preferred, though. Way better tune. Okay, I'm looking ahead. Two times 8 is 16. Okay, that is correct, but that is not correct. I don't like that. Oh. All right, you know what? We're just going. You got home and inhaled your dinner? Sushi with arugula. Ooh. Ooh, and key lime yogurt. Nice. That sounds good. And cucumber slices. That's questionable. Sounds delicious. I had a form of sushi for my meal today, and by a form of it, I mean it was cooked tuna slathered in mayo. And some sriracha sauce. So it's kind of like a spicy tuna roll without the roll. Is that tiger riding a Roomba? Maybe. You got me the Tootsie Roll. Thank you. I feel like there's a high chance you sang that in your stream at one point. I haven't thought of or heard of that song in a long time. A gem, it is. It had a really cute cartoon, like a hand-drawn cartoon that used to go with it, where all the like objects in the world, like a train, would turn into Tootsie Roll candy. You remember that commercial from when you were a kid and just lived rent-free? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, kind of like in the style of the Tootsie Roll lollipop, you know, candy pop. How many Mr. Owl? How many bites does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll lollipop? Well, let's find out, shall we? A 1, a 2, 3, crunch. 3. Let's find out. It was a very wise owl. A tahoo. Oh yeah, definitely not symptoms of hallucinogenic drugs. Definitely not. Yeah, the tahoo. Owls like orange pops. Don't trust them with your Tootsie Roll lollipops. Malikano, how's it going? How do I see the latest copyright strikes against my channel in your country? It wouldn't be fair use to upload a whole manga reading session, even if for educational purposes. Oh, I see what you mean. Hey, Mystical Magical, how are you doing? Welcome on in. You only ate the brown pops? You think that they have the same anime? Yeah, it's the same style. It's the same style of animation, right? Oh, hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Welcome on in. It kind of makes me wonder, like, I'm trying to remember, were there any other commercials in that style for Tootsie? I want to say Tootsie Roll had a couple commercials that were in that style. Not that you can remember, yeah. Of course, that was back in the day when they used to run commercials forever, so. I'll need to look up the, look that up at some time. Actually, hold on. I'll take a quick look at that. Because they don't really have any... How many licks? This is like the most iconic thing, right? How many licks, Mr. Owl? Yeah. Oh yeah, it's Dragon Ball Super. Yeah, you know, we actually read through Dragon Ball, like the first part of the series, but it was before I was uploading videos to YouTube. So at some point I'll go back. I'll go back and read the original Dragon Ball again and hopefully upload those. Dragon Ball Super, I don't know when we would start that. I tend to not read series that are still ongoing. Just because, like, eventually we'll catch up and then there'll be this awkward, like, wait for 3 months for, like, a new book and all that stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we could do something to read a little bit of Dragon Ball Super. We did that with Chainsaw Man. We read the first arc of Chainsaw Man. But then we stopped there. That was also before I was uploading videos to YouTube. So at some point, I guess we'll go back and read Chainsaw Man again. Although my sense is reading newer series is a bit more risky. Like, that's why Jujutsu Kaisen is a little bit more dangerous because it's just so it's still ongoing and all that with the manga with the anime. Like Bleach, no one cares. Although maybe with the 1,000-Year War anime starting, maybe they'll suddenly start caring about Bleach. I don't know. No One Piece for the next... Yeah. Well, although, even if we started One Piece today, it would take like 5 years to read, so... Because we actually started reading Jujutsu Kaisen before the series ended. Because that by the time I started reading it, we had gotten hints that it might be near the end. And I think we started reading Jujutsu Kaisen and it ended like maybe 6 months later. So, your favorite boys' love is getting a series? Nice. Which one's that? One Piece. You think that series will outlive you? It's gonna outlive us all. They can just end the series. They can end the series, and then they'll just start another series called, like, Two Piece. Our dining table. Oh, nice. Okay. Actually, I want to actually pearl that. One Piece is one of the first manga series that I actually read a fair amount of. And like 20 years ago, I had read up through, actually I guess more like 15 years ago, I had read up through book 35 or 30 something. And then I just got, I lost the time. There already is a two-piece? No. Of course there is. How about a half-piece? Just let it end. It's funny to watch other series when they do their like popularity polls. They'll do their popular character polls or whatever, and they'll be like, you know, 100th place, 110th place, a character that got like 1 vote. One Piece, if they did that, they'd have like 1000th place. I'm sure they've done it. I'm sure they've done the character poll where there's just some ridiculously low number of 1 vote to some character that was in some obscure chapter. I appreciate though that they like dutifully record the vote. And they inevitably have that like 50 characters are tied for last place with 1 vote apiece. Yeah, speaking of, so we've got probably another what, 7 days before the official ruling comes back on the Jujutsu Kaisen videos. I guess we'll see what happens. Some character made only 1 appearance in a single panel. Yeah, exactly. It'll be, you know, when they name it, they don't even have like a name. It'll be like that one guy in that one scene or something. Or like so-and-so's mother. I think the last time we saw a character poll, it may have been Bleach. We looked at, you know, we looked at the top 20 or whatever, but then we looked at like just the end. And just to try to like, can we identify one of the characters that's in the last place? It was not easy. You might like, I Think My Son Is Gay. Is that a manga series? Yeah. Hey, Jamie Farmer, how are you doing? Good afternoon. How are you this fine, freezing February? Oh, you're knitting iron scarf, nice. How's that coming along? You hit a huge section of popcorn, 2111. Oh, yeah. Ugh. That's especially gross when it's like, okay, how many 111s was that? Did I get the right number of 111s? Ugh. Alright, we're almost done. Chart 4 and 5 have loads of it. Chart 6 has less. Okay, where the other eye is. Yeah, I guess you're kind of like you're in the middle of the cat right now, right? Or middle of the tiger. Okay. There we go. Let's take a quick look. All right. Look good. What's an iris scarf? Ugh. Okay, so we're done with the one repeat that we need to do. Now increase. Isn't that what I said? Irish scarf. Irish scarf. Yeah, double knit scarf. I'm trying to think of what I would have said that sounded like Irish. I mean... Oh. Okay, you heard Irish, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, I tend to blur my words anyway, so I'm sure that doesn't help. Haha. Ho ho. Hee hee. Alright, let's see. Okay, we're back to doing increases, and we're going to be doing increases, 8 increases. So we're going to be adding 2 increases on the right side for like 8 times. So that'll be plus 16 stitches. So that should take us up to 101. Yes, okay. That's correct. The rows is not correct for some reason. The number of rows goes up by like 20, which is not correct. I wonder if they forgot to add in the 4. Whatever. Okay, so row 1 is going to be right side, knit 4, milk, pattern, 4 left, oh, 4 left, merc, knit 4. And then row 2, wrong side, is going to be purl. Repeat these 2 rows, a total of 8, or 7 more times. Incorporate the newly stitched increases in the pattern with each right side row. Yes, okay. All right, so that's what we're going to do for the next bunch of rows. All right. So we're doing 16 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And on the odd row on the right side, we're doing an increase at the beginning and an increase at the end. So we'll be adding 16 stitches. So that's going to widen this. And what that will do is that will theoretically get it to the point where we can join it up with the back side here, which is what we started with. We started with the back side. So we're going to eventually get down. And so we're creating basically the armhole. And we're going to join eventually here. So that's where we are. Watch out for those armholes. Oh. Yay, my power strip got delivered. Okay. I'll grab that later, I guess. Actually, I'll grab it when I get a restroom break. We got ads coming up in like 15 minutes. That'll be a good chance to grab a break. Oh, so Diabetic, were you starting your shirt over, or were you kind of just changing it midstream? Time to riot? Not yet. I'm still here. Okay, we're gonna milk, which is left. So it's front to back. And then through the back, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so there's our milk and increase. And we go right from that increase into a pearl. Stop working on it, 3 stripes in, and we're thinking what you should do with what you had. And today, whatever reason measuring your body, you thought of seeing you could turn your thing 90 degrees would be long enough, and yeah, okay. So instead of horizontal stripes, they're vertical stripes. Oh, okay. There we go. Nice. So then, how far along are you? You weren't digging the horizontal stripes. So you didn't need to frog anything. Hey, nice. Just finish it somewhere else. Okay. Well, that's cool. Neat way to change in the middle. Apparently this is just all going to be horrible percussion. I think I'm going to fast forward past this song. Oh, there's a phase 2. Oh, and it's still got the percussion. This is not good to listen to. Wow. Oh, there's a third phase. it's still gonna have this percussion. Even faster. Yeah, no. Wow. Oh, there's a fourth phase! They can't make it. They can make the percussion go faster. It somehow gets worse. Okay, thank God. It's over. Wow. What a crappy series of songs. Poor Arceus. Okay. Alright, sorry. You take a picture to show what your vision is. Okay, thank you. Every time you see knit sweaters at work, when you wash them, you look at how they were made. Oh, it's a technique you saw. You're going to try it out. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Alright, I'm gonna have to remember to do another increase over here. What do I understand from Konokado wa Deta Toki. Oh yeah, yeah, well as for this card, when it Deta Toki, I don't know. If it's a magic card. Damn it, Daiwick. Sorry, Malika. The effect, so I don't know if Deta means leaves. It sounds like it would be leaves the battlefield when it leaves play, but it could be when it comes out, like when it leaves your hand. But it's probably what kind of card is it? Like a poncho that you sew into a shirt. Front won't be attached. Make a thick border. Okay. All right, there we go. You always get confused. Yeah, right. That does to leave or to go out. That's the thing. Card effect is actually when it enters the field. You have the same. Yeah, so that's the problem. Deta is to like go out, but it could mean to go out from your hand. You would what I would try to do is find a card that is about leaving the battlefield and see what verb they use for that. Because that may be different. It's probably a different verb that they use. But I never looked at Magic or anything like that when I was, or Japanese Magic. I played a lot of Magic, just not Japanese. Oh, you're playing Duel Masters. Sometimes you encounter text like that. Okay. The cards are usually pretty standardized, so there's probably a specific phrase the cards use when they're talking about leaving the battlefield. Like it may actually say Senjo kara deru toki or deta toki or something like that. And so if it doesn't specify that, then it's assumed it's in your hand. Hey, enjoy a supper, Daiwick. Good luck with the shirt, sweater, poncho. Of course, it's probably different too if it's an old card versus a new card. A lot of the card games were not very standardized in their language very early on. This would have been like mid-90s, 1990s. But they've since become very standardized because they need to be able to be made into electronic video games. Okay. Oh crap, I forgot to do the increase. They use something with graveyard. Is that Bochi? Or Haka. Oh, Hakaba. Yeah, Hakaba. No, that's not Hakaba. Bochi. Yeah, okay, Bochi. That's funny they use Bochi and not Hakaba. I would have thought Hakaba would be more normal. Okay. Oh, right. No, I need to do the increase. All right. So we're actually on in a space here where we're doing increases. One, two, three. Okay, and then we need to merc right. So we're going back to front. And we're knitting in the front. I did end up having some Magic cards in Japanese. That would be kind of fun to get at some point, I guess, some Japanese Magic cards or something, and look at the cards. I got to play Ocarina of Time in Japanese like a week ago. I got the cartridge in. And I was pleasantly surprised about how much I could actually understand. So we'll get back to playing that at some point too, I'm sure. Okay. All right, we got ads starting in a couple minutes. So I'm going to start purling. When the ads hit, we run 3 minutes of ads every hour in order to avoid having pre-roll. And so when the ads hit, I'll take a break, grab some water, grab that package off the... Oh, wait. Grab that package off the porch. And we'll keep knitting here for a bit. All right, there we go. I've got music rehearsal at 7:30, so I need to leave around 7:20. We are going to read Kyuu-chan, and so we should start that around 6:55. So we got about an hour left of knitting. So we'll get as far as we can with the knitting. We're not going to finish this part today. We might be able to get it finished tomorrow. Be nice to see a game session me playing Magic the Gathering with Japanese cards. Oh yeah, right, they have got a PC version for that. Yeah, that would be you know, honestly though, it'd be really slow because I haven't played Magic in a couple years. So I wouldn't know any of the latest mechanics. And then just like trying to translate everything, it's going to be a very specific vocabulary that I might know a fair amount of the vocab because of all the action manga and fighting and all that stuff, but probably it would be better just to look at a card or two rather than try to play a game in Japanese. Oh, okay, there's the ads. I'm gonna go refill some water, take a stretch, do likewise, and we'll be right back in a couple minutes. All right. All right. All right. There we go. Hey, Verenta. All right. All right, there we go. Let's see. All right, we are on the pearl side. Why is there no shortcut to command to turn off raids? That's really annoying. Feldschlacht. I wonder what's going to happen when we join the front and the back together. Because we've got a sort of a hem. Oh, maybe we'll be able to join in pattern so that there won't be a seam. That's probably what'll happen. Oh, that'll be interesting. But it'll still come together like a seam. So yeah, I'm not quite understanding how that's gonna work. Maybe they'll just end up being like a one seam that ends up going down the middle. Der Hauptmann. I must not have had an English translation for the for this soundtrack. It's kind of funny, but there was probably a German one for some reason. It's kind of a shame, like when I buy Japanese CDs. If there's like 60 songs on a soundtrack, the Japanese will cause an error when I try to upload it to YouTube, and all the characters will come across as question marks. Unless if I go into every file individually and copy and paste the text back in. It's really stupid. And it's really annoying. It has to do with the encoding. And so as much as I would like to have the Japanese titles, it doesn't work because I upload them to YouTube and it's all question marks. So almost inevitably I'll try to pick the English thing, but in some cases there aren't actually English database information uploaded. So then I've got another choice. Do I sit there and type in 60 titles? Or in this case, I guess I just went, there was a German one and I went with the German. You can kind of see where the cable pause was. I'm sure that'll stretch out at some point, but that's very obvious where the where things were paused for a while. Okay, so we're on our first repeat now. I'll do a quick check. Hey, Sherman's Fire, how are you doing? It is obvious. See? The polo's going well. The polo's going well. We've got, we're right, the collar, we're past the collar. We're now going down the front. We've started, oops. We've started increases. We've started increases, and we're going to do that for like 14 more rows. And then what that's going to do is we've got the back piece here. It's going to get us, I guess, like to parity here in length. And then we're going to join in the round, and then we're going to do the length. So that's kind of where we are right now. We're widening a little bit. That is also in effect creating the armholes. Right, so that'll create the armhole when we eventually join. So we'll do the body, and then we'll go back and do the sleeves, and then that's theoretically it. But that itself will take probably a good month. How are you doing? All right. We're just plugging along here. Okay, and then we're going to milk, which is left. So that's front to back and knit in the back. Okay. Oh, and then we do have to pay attention here. So we're gonna knit and purl. Okay. Hopefully out of the weeds. I think so. I think this is definitely back to like just the standard pattern. The increases really also aren't much of an issue. The backside is all pearls. So I think we're pretty straightforward at this point. Now, I think, you know, joining together will be, the front and the back will be a little bit of shenanigans. And then also, the hem. I don't know what the guy has in store for the hem. In reading through, I vaguely recall it says something stupid like, do an Italian hem. Like, okay, well, I'll have to look up what that is. I am going to be off work tomorrow, which is nice. So that's a holiday weekend here in the US. Monday is President's Day. So I am, because I did an all-nighter last week, I put in extra time. So I'm going to recoup that time by not working tomorrow. I've actually been recouping the time all week. I've only been working 7-hour days this week. But I get to take all of tomorrow off. Because it turns out when you pull an all-nighter and work straight through the evening and through the next day, you crank up a lot of time really fast. You stumbled on an Icelandic bind-off, and you like it better than traditional way. Oh, nice. What's the gist of that one? I do need to find out. I would like to spend some time tomorrow playing with Clip Studio Paint. And I need to find whether there's any sort of general good tutorials out there. You'll post a link. Hard to explain. Okay. Ah, okay. Give me a sec. All right, let's see. Okay, so you go oh. 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 What? Okay. Interesting. So you kind of create like an extra stitch as you're binding off. What, does that end up with more like a stretchy end? No idea, just like the technique better. Okay. Well, that's cool. I'm sure there's like a billion bind-offs, but it's nice to have like a good repository of options. The standard bind-off definitely can be pretty tight. Like when I do a standard bind-off, I have to be sure to be like really loose with it. Otherwise, it usually ends up being tighter and more narrow than like my piece, and it will not expand beyond, which is not good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty common. Like you got to be extremely loose if you're going to use a standard bind off. Hey, Nordic. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, so there are other bind offs that basically, in essence, they're forcing you to be loose. Like that Icelandic, you're in essence creating an extra stitch, not an extra stitch, but you're binding off with a stitch that I think is probably giving it a little bit more flexibility. Which is a good thing. I mean, typically you don't want a rigid bind off or whatever. Hope you're doing well, Nordic. We've gotten back into a calm part of this polo. I think we're past most of the craziness. I think. There's still going to be a couple oddities here and there. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Purl. And then knit. And then we're going to merk. Okay, so we're going to increase here. And we're going to go back to front. And knit in the front. Okay, there we go. All right. And then knit. Knit. Knit and knit. All right. Okay. That looks good. We're staying in sequence and pattern. I've said, right, it's been a while since we've been really doing this knitting of this pattern. This is an unforgiving pattern because if you make an error, it's really obvious. Like you know, there's supposed to be a ridge line all the way down. So if you goof up this sequence, it's really obvious, which is ironic because all those fancy cables and anything, like if you knitted something instead of purling or whatever, like, you'll never notice it out of all that mess. Here, no, it's too regular. Okay, so that is side one. Now we just purl our way all the way back. Kaz, happy Thursday going on Friday. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome on in. You are good. Glad to hear it. Hope everyone's continuing to stay warm. It's going to get a little bit colder here again tomorrow. Then warm, then cold, then warm. We're going to be on a roller coaster for sure the next week. Wait a minute, is that right? All right. I've got music practice again tonight, so in about 30 minutes, we're going to switch over, read some Kyuu-chan, and then we'll be done. We won't have time for Bleach or Manga tonight. Actually, I guess we're reading Jujutsu Kaisen next. Yeah, that's right. We just read the chapter where Kenjaku gets beheaded. So we read Bleach yesterday, or I guess Tuesday. dee. Off to work. Hey, have fun at work, right? Have fun. Yeah, thank you. Fun. Come on. Okay. So that's one nice thing about the back side is it's all pearls, pretty mindless. As long as you remember to pearl. Coil away. All right. Okay. So that was repeat 1. We got to do 7 rounds of repeats total, so 6 more to go. That's 12 rows, 1, 2, 3, etc. So we should at least be able to get 1 pass back down here, maybe the return pass as well. All right, so let's go repeat 2. Okay, and then we're gonna milk again, front to back. Front to back, knit in the back. Okay, so that's our increase. And then we're gonna knit, knit, and then purl here. So it's pretty straightforward to follow the pattern. once you line up with the first pearl, you're basically locked in on the pearl 3 knits sequence. Okay, almost there. Okay, so 4 stitches from the end. We're gonna merk, so let's make one right. So that's back to front, and then knit in the front. Okay, stitches are a lot more loose here, so this is helpful. When we were doing the collar, we were on needles that were 3 sizes shorter. That was some really tight stuff, and increases were definitely a lot harder there. Okay, so there we go. We've done another round of increases. Now we'll purl our way back. Dun, dun, dun. Oops. Purling our way back. Let's go. I should time this just to get a sense. It seems to be going pretty fast. I think we can do down and back in about 10 to 15 minutes. If that's the case, then we've got another like less than 2 hours of this. Okay, I can do about 10 stitches in 30 seconds. So that's 20 stitches in a minute, and there's about 100 stitches. So, yeah, that should be about 5 minutes. Now that's just purling straight. So theoretically, yeah, it's about 10 minutes to go down and back. So that's about right. With all the extra pausing that happens at the end to flip, and then the extra time it takes to add the stitches. It's probably more like 15 minutes total down and back, so it's about right. All right, there we go. That's the end of repeat 2. On to repeat 3. We've got to do 7 repeats total. So according to my calculations, we got like another hour 15 doing these increases. So we'll go ahead and start repeat 3 here. And about 5 minutes, we're going to read Kyuu-chan. So we probably won't finish this row. Okay, so we did our 4. We're not going to milk. So that's back to front. Yeah, and then, wait, no. No, it's front to back. Ooh, I'll say that doesn't seem right. There we go. And then we knit in the back. Okay. So that's our increase. And it looks like we're on track. So this will be the new purl, but we don't have to worry about that yet. So we're gonna knit, knit, knit. Yeah, purl. So that new increase we did will become the purl next round. But for now, it's just the increase. All right, and so then we're just gonna knit, knit, purl across. I should be double checking the rows more frequently. I have a tendency sometimes to switch from knit, 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 purl to like all purl or all knit or something stupid. So it's good to catch that early. Hey Zan, how are you doing? Good evening. Welcome on in. Hope you're having a good one. We're finally back to a place where I can just like knit. Yeah. You're doing good? Excellent. Yeah, I'm doing well. Thank you. We're making some good progress here. Right, yesterday we had just joined those two together, so we've made it this far. So that's pretty good. We're almost done here. We're about to read some Kyuu-chan. I've got another music rehearsal tonight. It starts a half hour later, so we get a little bit more time than last night, but we'll just be reading Kyuu-chan tonight. No. Oh, wow, that's really loose. No Jujutsu Kaisen or Akira tonight. We'll read those tomorrow. Oop, all right, it's already 6:50. We're almost done with this row, so we'll go ahead and finish this off. I wish there were a quick and easy way to turn off raids, because I would totally do that right now. It's like you got to go into the settings. I'm not even sure where it is. I don't know why they don't have a command prompt. It'd be really easy. Okay, we're almost there. I'm gonna purl. And we want 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches left. So we're gonna knit 3. Oh, we got ads starting in a couple of minutes here too. Okay. And then we're merking right. So that's back to front. And then we're going to knit in the front. Okay, there we go. And then knit. 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 All right, there we go. So that is the round 3, first half. So we'll continue next time purling the other side. We'll finish the increases tomorrow. And then I think we join in the round and then just keep going. So that'll be the next big hurdle, is joining the back with the front. And continuing from there. So, all right, let's read some Kyuu-chan. Ta-da! We got ads coming up in a minute or so. We're just going to keep going here. Okay. Because I got to go in about 15 minutes. I got to get out of here. Get to music rehearsal, so. All right, let's get to it. All right. All right, here we go. Let's do it. All right, let's continue reading Fushigi Neko no Kyuu-chan, the Wonder Cat Kyuu-chan. This is, I think, our third session. We'll read about 10 chapters, 10 comics here. Tokubetsu, special. Party goods nante? Party goods or whatever. Party goods or something. Goods as in like items. Itsunomani kattetanda. Itsunomani. So bought them for itsunoma. For any time? Like bought them for any occasion? Itsunoma? Or, oh, I guess like before I knew it, I had bought them. Okay. All right. And he's explaining. I bought them before I knew it. これは何か特別なことがあった日に使うものだ. As for this thing, so he's explaining, as for this thing, something special event, existing day on that using thing. So as for this thing, it's a thing that you use on a day that there's a special event for something. Kokuri, or yeah, kokuri, so nod, understanding. And we get a little background with party things, right? Okay, so I guess now he's making dinner. Soro soro gohan ni suru ka? Soon to dinner will do. So should I start dinner? Should I start dinner soon? Shall I start dinner soon? Yeah, soro soro soon. And of course, he comes back with dinner, and Kyuu-chan has decided that dinner is a special event. Pyoro! No, I had this picture up yesterday. Oh, bad timing. Maybe we'll see the lollipops today. Mainichi party. Everyday party. There we go. Paku paku. Chomp chomp. Let's zoom in. This is too cute. Hontou ni oishisou ni taberu na. Truly, seriously, seemingly tasty, and in that way eat, don't you? So, like, you eat, or you're eating in a way that seems like you're seriously, that it's seriously tasty. It seems to be tasty. So, Sparkles, I guess Kyuu-chan is offering, like, why don't you try it? Ah, arigato. Oh, thank you. So da na. That's right, you know? そういう時間はもっと大事にするべきだ. As for this sort of a time, all the more importantly doing it ought to. So yeah, like, you're right. Oh, I guess so. Kyuu-chan is like humming or suggesting maybe like music or something here. So he's like, that's right, you know, at times like this, we ought to do it more, even the more importantly, or like precious, or like it's important. Okay, so he is dressed up as well now. He's got his own hat and silly glasses with a mustache. He appears to have his own food, though. He does not appear to have partaken of Kyuu-chan's food. Oyatsu. Oyatsu is a snack, usually like an afternoon snack. Za. Okay. Potato. Potato is potato chips. Putty. Chomp, chomp. Putty. Okay, so Kyuu-chan also has a snack, an oyatsu, I guess. Kari, which this also says kari. So putty, crispy. And kari is also going to be like crunchy. Yeah, crisp, crunchy. So they're both crunching away on their snacks. It's very cute. Kowagari. Is that like being scared? Yeah, being scared. Kowagari. Kowagaru. Yeah, coward, a timid person, fearing. All right. Hora bangumi yatteru? Kyuu-chan wa heiki? Okay, so check it out. I guess like doing a program, like there's a program on. As for Kyuu-chan, heiki, like will you be okay? Heiki is about like calm composure, meaning like, are you going to be okay with this? So presumably given the title, it's a scary thing. And so, yeah, coolness. And you can see colloquially, it says all right or okay. So basically, are you going to be all right with this? And again, are you going to stay calm, composed? Kya! Biku? Shock. Bara. Okay, that's the owner here being shocked, surprised, spilling some chips, not looking too good at the scream that's happening on the program. Kyuu-chan seems nonplussed. Chotto toire, haha. A little bit toilet, haha. So I'm just going to use the toilet for a bit. Sa. Wee. All right, so he's got the vacuum to clean up the chips. Now that shocks Kyuu-chan. Biku shak. Bararara. There goes his snacks, or Kyuu-chan's snacks. We have not determined whether Kyuu-chan, we'll just keep saying Kyuu-chan. All right. Coward, timid. Oh, it's not Shin-E. What is this? Oh, I want you to. Shinkyo. Okay, new home. Shinkyo. Which we can see. Doda atarashii bed o kiniitta ka? Kiniitta ka? So how is it? New bed. Again, kini-iru is to suit, to like. And he's asking a question. So do you like it? Does it suit you? Your new bed? Sawa sawa. Touching the bed. Pa. Yokatta, yokatta. I'm glad, I'm glad. Okay, so Kyuu-chan now has own bed. Zzz. Aw. Chun. Oh, okay. So this is morning. Chun, that's birds chirping. It's daytime. You can see it's lighter. So he wakes up and Kyuu-chan has joined in the bed. Aw. Surikoro. Oh, it's the sound effects. Suri, I guess, is going to be to like rub. And koro is to roll. Rolling, it's a lint roller, right? So you can see Kyuu-chan is rubbing up and leaving hair. Okay, so suri is not necessarily coming up, but that's what this is supposed to be about. Shigoto ite kuru kara urusuban shitete. Because going to work, do rusuban. Rusuban is like staying at home. Like taking care of the home. Yeah. Watching the house. So this is him telling Kyuu-chan, like, because I'm going to work, basically take care of the house. Suri. Okay, there's the clock. So koro. And this little kanji, that's what, ke or mo, hair. Yeah, typical pet owner, right? Yeah, it's ke, hair or fur. So that's what this is. So koro, getting that off. And then, of course, suri, ke, hair. Time keeps passing. Koro, suri, koro, suri. More time has passed. Almost like an hour. Yeah. All right, there we go. Urusuban. Again, urusuban, taking care of the home, house sitting. Bo. Oh, okay. Kyuu-chan sees the flower wilting and remembers, Hana wa mizu to taiyo no hikari o ageru to genki ni naru. As for flowers, water and light of sunlight, when give, health becomes. So they become healthy, they get better, they get energetic. As for flowers, when you give them water and sunlight. Poka. Okay, so, and Kyuu-chan has somehow gotten the flower out on the roof. And poka, I guess, is just being warm. In the sunlight. Hang in there, little flower. Okay. Shinpai, worry. Tadaima, I'm home. Noso. Noso is, yeah, slowly, heavy. Not looking too good. Pyon, pyon, hop, hop. Batan. Clump. Tsukareta. Tired, exhausted. Un. Chun, chun. Okay, so night passes, morning hits. This is the birds. He's not feeling well. Un. Zuru, zuru. Ohayo, Kyuu-chan. Dosta? So, good morning, Kyuu-chan. Dosta, literally how did, but what's wrong? What happened? And zuru zuru is like some sort of sliding. It's the sound of him dragging. It's the sound of Kyuu-chan. Yeah, dragging. Sound of actor dragging. So Kyuu-chan is dragging. Shinpai, so presumably worry. Kyuu-chan is worried about owner. Ah. Taiyo, sun. Aw. So Kyuu-chan brought the guy up to get some sun to get better. Arigato, genki datta yo. Thank you. Health came out, meaning like I got healthy again. Energy came back. This is very cute. Kyou mo gambaru ka? Today also, will we do our best? Shall we do our best? Shall we hang in there? Oh, look at the flowers doing good too. So let's do our best today too, shall we? There we go. All right, so this is apparently there is like a chapter break. It doesn't actually number or name the chapters, but this is like the end of the chapter. So I don't think this really counts as a whatever, but we'll just I can't keep track of numbers like this. Anyway, Nezel. Sleeping posture. Sleeping posture. Zzz, zzz, sleeping. Kata kata kata. That's him shivering. Gichiri. Typical. Tightly, fully. Aw. And warm. Typical. Okay, that is the end of what we're going to read for today. We'll continue next time. There you go. Practice your kanji. And we'll start there next time. Okay. All right, that's it for today. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. I hope you have a good start to your weekend. Tomorrow, hopefully Friday. Hopefully the start of the weekend for many of you. Do I have time? I don't think I have time to raid. So we're just going to go bust into the Mexican runner. And I will catch y'all next time. Oh, what? There's a new God of War game? Sons of Sparta. It's a side scroller? It's a Metroidvania? What? Oh, I'll have to check that out later. Anyway, all right. I got to run again. Got music practice. So thank you everyone for hanging out. We will be streaming tomorrow. If I get on early, we might play some more Ocarina of Time in Japanese. Maybe we'll work with Clip Studio Paint. Otherwise, we'll do our normal stuff. We'll work on our polo. We'll do our Granny Square. We'll do manga reading and kind of the normal stuff. So, but thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a good one. If you stuck around from Starbucks Raid, thank you. And otherwise, if you just hanging out or chatting, whatever, thank you very much. Have a good one. Stay safe, stay warm, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye for now.